Oh, now remember that policy we talk say, if you never reach 18, it's a new policy by the Tinubu government. Say, if you never reach 18, WAEC, NECO, JAMB, you know go write. You must be 18 to write these examinations. Now the new policy now. Are you getting it? So whatever you are doing, even if as you day school now, you by the time you graduate, you never reach you know go reach 18. Let me say, just the repeat class now they go, because even WAEC, NECO, you know go write. As you finish SS3, read SS3 again, knock them again. If you did 16 times, you go do SS3 like 2 times before you can write WAEC or NECO. And then when you come out, there is no guarantee that you write jump once and get it though. You go like write jump 1, 2, 3. Now the normal now. And so you be inside this country. Are you getting it? So that is their new policy. In this time and age. In this time and age. What a shame. Can you get education that people learn at their own time? Like you can see a 10-year-old boy, very brilliant, and can follow up with his education straight and come out. You understand? Without wasting time. Some other people are slow learners. They can struggle here, learn, and then you understand? Things like that. What we say, everybody should be allowed to work at their own pace. Now they bring this kind of law and their excuse and say maturity. You'll be matured. What stupid mature? I never see adults who they behave like Bikin. In fact, that minister will talk that thing, Minister for Education, and in team, what is in this matter? Are they not being immature to even reason this matter? They are being immature now, because who they mature no go talk this kind of thing. Oh yes, let me talk. Who they mature no go make this kind of policy. Now immaturity they deal with them like that. Professors and the rest of them. You get one man who react to this thing. Frank Schreiber. Yes. Spokesperson of the Atiku Abubakar, the dissolved Atiku Abubakar presidential campaign team. He is still speaking for Atiku. But it makes some sense. I need to hear what this guy talk. This guy finished both the Tinubu government, the ministry will make that law. Everybody where they involved. You go see debate now. He finished all of it. Now this kind of debate that they like. If you watch the guy debate, you're gonna say this one they talk truth. They talk something with the reasonable. You're gonna say that their policy can only come from the pit of hell or pit of ignorance. Anyone. Are you getting it? Let me take you direct now to Frank Schreiber. So I wanna go here. This guy too, guys. I wanna go here with him talk as he touch this matter. Watch and well, watch and well, because he exposed so many things that is wrong with this policy. Policy will not get level. Make we watch Frank Schreiber and then meet in the comment section and have a dialogue. Are you getting me? I give you guys Frank Schreiber. Let us watch and then meet in the comment section.
I'd like to come in here because you've raised a number of points, and I really want us to, get into the crux of the matter. Considering the myriad of challenges facing Nigeria's education sector, including the dilapidated infrastructure, the lack of quality teachers, and poor learning environments, why do you think that the Ministry of Education has chosen to prioritize age restrictions over addressing these fundamental issues? And also, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar also described the age restriction policy as a disincentive to scholarship and belonging in the Stone Ages. How do you also respond to concerns that this policy might hinder the development of gifted children who are ready for higher education at that very young age?
It is not just about gifted children. There are no dull children anywhere in the world. It still boils down to wretched illiteracy I talked about. Because in this Stone Age, I call it Stone Age because you see how professors like the Minister of Education who would say that a child should raise up his hand if he knows the answer to the question. When raise and up cannot colligate in the same grammatical environment. When you raise your hand, is it going down? It is going up. So either you put up your hand or you say raise your hand. It becomes odious because up there is not performing any grammatical function. So it's the same way the minister can wake up and tell you that, look, you have to be 18. I just raised valid points to support that already. I am saying that in clear terms. How do you wake up to say that a child must be 18 before he can write SSC or JAMB? before he can gain entry into the university. What is he meant to do between the age of 16 and 18? Stay at home? Join the insurgents? A country that the president and the nation is fighting its security? What do you do with that vacuum? No, it is not just disincentive to gifted children. That's why I keep telling people. It's only in the Stone Ages where they tell you, oh, there's primary 1A, B, C, D, and E. Those in D and E belong as children who are struggling. While the ones in A and B are high flyers. No, there are no dull children anywhere in the world. They are only slow learners. Now, schools were established because of slow learners, not even because of the high flyers. So if a child who has passed common entrance at 9 years and maybe 8 months applies to high school at 10 and is done at 16, you say he should not write the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board. No, or he should not write the SSC. He should wait till 2 years after. Now, the dilapidated infrastructure you're talking is the crux of the matter. We have about 274 universities in Nigeria. 149 of them belong to the private sector, private owners of universities. About 63 of them belong to state governments. 62 belong to the federal government. That's about 274 at the last count. I don't know what may have happened with the NUC in the last few months or since the advent of this current administration. And I put it to you that the carrying capacity of these universities is limited. And I believe very strongly, that this manipulation is coming from the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board. Because if you have just 274 universities that cannot admit more than 700,000 children, and you have over 2-3 million students writing JAMB every year, what do you do with them? By the time they come with the VC's list, they come with the president's list, they come with the governor's list, they come with different politicians' lists, quality will no longer be there. There will be no space to admit other children. And because there is no space to admit them, you now believe that the only way you can reduce pressure on the university, instead of building infrastructure, instead of improving quality of classrooms, instead of improving quality of hostel accommodation, you now say the only way you can do that is to now restrict age, to now say that you have to be 18 before you get to university, or before you can write SSC, when your policy on its own, a federal policy, says that you have to be 10 by the year of admission into secondary school, you have to be 10. So if you are 10 mathematically, and you spend 6 years in secondary school, would that not be 16?
Yes, sir.
How can the same minister who superintends over this? Yes. You know, so that's why I say that
these are some of the
wretched illiteracy.
Yeah.
We cannot think before we talk.
Yeah.
Yes. This particular issue we are under discourse it goes to show the failure of the current administration. It means that they came without a plan. If you have a plan for education, the same way on the day of swearing in, the day the president took over the oath of office, he said, look, subsidy is gone. Without a plan. Today, subsidy is being paid. We are spending much more than we used to pay under the last administration, under the last APC administration. It is because there was no planning. Now the minister wakes up, oh, you have to be 18 before you can write SSC. It's still lack of planning. Forgetting that NECO, which is an agency under him, has eligibility requirement on its website and for all schools in Nigeria that you have to be 10 before September of the school year that the child is supposed to gain entry into secondary school. So how do you reconcile that? How on earth do you reconcile that? You see, so this is what we are saying. The failure cannot be described in better terms. Failure, hunger, for instance, is a universal terminology. Where people were condemning, oh, who are those sponsoring protests and all of that? For me, hunger is a unifying factor. The man who is hungry in Lagos is the same as the man who is hungry in Zamfara. And the man who is hungry in Zamfara is the same as the one who is hungry in Kogi, in Lokoja, in Egume, in Dekina, in Ganabode, in Port Harcourt, in Wike's Port Harcourt. These are the issues. Failure cannot be described in any other term. It's not a textbook definition. While seeing it physically, even you, before you got to work today, I know how you got there. You have to stay in long queues. And I'm sure if you don't have a car, you have to hop different buses, and you know how much you pay to get there to work. So these are the issues. Failure is failure. It does not have any other name. They know they have failed. Their wives know that they are failed. Their children know they are failures. So what are you talking about? What other definition do you want from me? Is it Boala's kind of definition? You can't get it from me.
For over a decade, this has been the birthplace of innovation. Innocent Vehicles is a testament to resilience, employing international best practices to create more than just a car. Every vehicle here tells a story of durability, fuel economy and safety. Crafted with the African spirit, the Nigerian heart. These vehicles surrounding me embody the unique concept of regionalization, each one designed to cater to the tastes and preferences of our people. From the streets in Nigeria to the terrains of the Sahara, these vehicles are designed for our roads, for our people. This is more than a vehicle. It's a symbol of our progress, our resilience, our collective success story. Your feedback drives us to continuously innovate and improve. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.